Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to another video on Team Fortress 2, and this one's actually going to be a loadout tour, or like me going through my loadouts. I haven't done one of these in a while, and obviously many of you do know this. I've made a video about it fairly recently. I actually cleared out a lot of my backpack. I cashed out a fairly large amount, like well over, between maybe like 500 to 1,000 keys, somewhere in that region I'd say, over the past month, or between like the last 6 months, I'd say, to present day. So I just thought it'd be pretty interesting to see my loadouts now after I've sold over $1,000 to $2,000 worth of Team Fortress 2 items. It'd be pretty interesting to see the contrast. So you'll be able to find a link to the last loadout tour I did before I started cashing out loads, so it should be quite interesting to see the contrast. So yeah guys, without any further ado, I mean, we can just get straight into this. So first off, we have my scout. A lot of people don't know this, I actually main scout. And yeah, so this is my main like go-to scout loadout. So obviously we've got the self-made PyroJoe badge. Obviously I can't get rid of it, it's untradeable, but it's pretty sick. It's got the community sparkle effect, which is really dope. It shows a lot more in game. For some reason in the loadout screen it really doesn't show too much, but in game the community sparkle is extremely prominent. We have this strange flakjack, not flapjack, with 2,200 or so points on it. The flakjack has been my go-to cosmetic for quite a while now, and I picked myself up a strange one not fairly recently actually, quite a while ago. And yeah, that's like my go-to scout cosmetic, probably my favourite scout cosmetic. I love the sort of vest and the bullets running down it, and it just goes really well. And the hat, I kept it all class unusual for some reason. In like the midst of cashing out, I kept like 200 to 300 keys and like trading value. It's this Scorching Flames Noble Amassment of hats, really awesome, unusual. The Scorching looks awesome. I've got it raised for some reason. I just think it looks better raised because then it's like on the hat only and not in the face of the scout. But overall, like it's a pretty sick set. In terms of weapons, we have this current event scattergun in Factory New. It's also specialized kill streak with the sheen of Villainous Violet, which goes perfectly with the skin, a purple sheen on a purple skin. We have the Pro Kill Streak Vintage Lugamorph, which I've had for absolutely ages. Anyone who's watched my loadout videos will probably know I've had this for way too long, honestly. It's really awesome though. I do love the Lugamorph. I think it's such a dope reskin. And the third weapon, I started using this like a couple months back, is the Atomizer. I just really prefer having that like third jump. Honestly, I don't know what it is, I just really prefer having like the third jump, even though it takes away like 10 HP or something every time you jump. But overall, like, this is my scout loadout, probably the most detailed loadout I'm going to go into, because the rest of them don't really have like any interesting backstories or anything like that. On the soldier, we've actually got this Blizzardy Storm Exquisite rack that was donated to me. I keep every like unusual and high tier item that's been donated, so you're gonna see like a lot of items that have been donated. I actually believe a scattergun skin was donated on a live stream once, but yeah, I'm partnering the Blizzardy Storm with the Scorching Flames. I actually think Blizzardy Storm is one of the few effects that just goes with everything. And we have this strange Cold Snap coat. The thing is with the Cold Snap coat, again, it's like the flakjack for me, in that it's like my go-to soldier cosmetic, so I had to pick it up in strange form. Surprisingly expensive actually, I was using that one for quite a while. This strange one is surprisingly expensive, but nonetheless, pretty awesome cosmetic. We've got this Shell Shocker rocket launcher, which I'm 99% sure was donated to me. The strange Festive Lightning Rod, which I don't even remember how I got it, but it's specialized kill streak. It's also got a player's hit attachment on it, which is pretty sick. And I had the Market Gardener on for that skit I did a while ago, but usually I'd use the escape plan. I'm not sure which one. I'm gonna guess it's the Pro Kill Streak one, just because it seems logical to use it. But that is my sort of go-to kind of soldier loadout. So yeah, onto the Pyro now. We have the PyroJoe badge once again, just representing. I actually swapped out the Sub-Zero suit for the black badge and never really got around to putting it back on, but I do not complain, as I think the PyroJoe badge is awesome, and it's essentially like a free unusual. We've got the burning beanie, obviously. It's like my signature Pyro unusual. It's kind of like the signature PyroJoe hat. You know, if you think of PyroJoe, you're going to think of the burning beanie and the last breath combo. In terms of weapons, I have this strange Pro KS Phlogistinator that was donated to me on stream. I was using that a bit for fun. Normally I would use, if I can find it, yeah, this Pro KS Degreaser, which also has projectiles reflected, allies extinguished, and burning player kills. So that's a pretty awesome degreaser, and that's like my go-to item. But again, I don't really play Pyro a huge amount. We've got this Pro KS strange shotgun. I do have like way too many shotguns. I have like this kill streak festive, like I have quite a few accumulated in my backpack, but this is like my go-to one, this Pro KS stock shotgun. And the third weapon, anyone that knows me will know I've used the power jack for so long. I've just got this Pro KS one. Don't remember how I got it or if I bought it or anything like that, but yeah. Also, I forgot to go through taunts. I actually have the vast majority of taunts like in this game. I also got donated this really cool Deep Fried Desire with Hellish Inferno, which is a really awesome taunt. But yeah, I'm fairly certain I have the vast majority of taunts in this game, which is really awesome. So if it just kind of imagine my my taunts as we go on to my Demoman. I'm just using this strange specialized killstreak Iron Bomber, which I actually found in my scrap.tf inventory after it was donated to me on stream. It's pretty fun. Normally I just use a lock and load, but the Iron Bomber is pretty fun to use. The Quickie Bomb Launcher is probably like my favourite sticky bomb launcher to play with. It's just fun to mess around with. And the Collector's Islander, which I've had for absolutely ages. Once again, it was donated to me, so I'm never going to trade it. Fun fact though, a lot of people would make comments about the Sword Art Online nickname, and the sword will literally make you Jesus, aka Kirito from Sword Art Online. I never understood that until, like, I'd say like a month ago, because I actually watched Sword Art Online, so I kind of like understood everything. I actually initially thought Sword Art Online was like I don't even know. I remember I said something really bad and everyone roasted me for it in the comments. But now I know what it is. I understand the name and the reference. So yeah, that's my weapons. Then we've just got the black badge again, the noble amassment of hats with scorching, and the Dark Age Defender. I really like the Dark Age Defender. I don't really have a huge amount of Demoman cosmetics that would go better with this set. Like, I could just put anything on and it works basically. So onto the heavy now. The Pugsless Protector obviously is from Rags to Riches. I'm not sure what I've replaced that with actually. Maybe this really awesome green energy heavy duty rag that was donated to me on stream. That actually goes quite well. I've got this like Santa loadout, but you can kind of mix it up on the hats. I could just put the BMOC on to go ultra Santa, but I feel like it's a bit too early for that, so I'm just going to pop that on for now and leave my Santa loadout. So we've got a Strange Giftbringer and a Strange Allfather. Had both of those for quite some time now. We've got this Australian Tomislav that's Pro KS. This was donated to me on stream as well quite a while back. It's really awesome. I use this anytime I play heavy. A Vintage Sandwich because I sold my festive one for keys to cash out, and these Pro KS gloves are running urgently. Just because the gloves are running urgently, I have these festive ones as well, but they're only spec KS. I just think it's a really cool like item. I love the running speed. I don't really mind taking mini crits while I have them out. So overall, that's my heavy loadout. It's decent, isn't it? At the end of the day, this one's quite interesting actually. So this Blizzardy Storm Pencil Pusher was actually donated to me, and I didn't really feel like comboing it with anything. I kind of just wanted to keep it on its own, and like kind of mix it up to make it look like I had an unusual form of whatever hat I was wearing. So I ended up equipping this Strange Flash of Inspiration, which was also donated to me on a stream. Actually, it probably wasn't on a stream actually, but either way, it kind of looks like, unless you really pay attention and look, it looks like I just have a normal, unusual Flash of Inspiration. And those things are super rare and expensive, so it's kind of like a mini troll to anyone who checks. But it is strange, it is pretty cool, and the Dad Duds are my favourite engineer misc, so it's only fitting that I have them. And it actually goes really well with this loadout, surprisingly. It's got like this mad scientist kind of vibe to it, so yeah, that's that. The Rescue Ranger, because I play a lot of MVM. If I'm not playing MVM, I'll probably use the Widowmaker or something like that. I'm not too sure. I rarely ever play Engineer. The Pro KS Lugamorph again, we've seen that appear earlier in the Scout loadout, and a specialized killstreak Jag, which I'm like 99% sure was donated as well. I have like a fair amount of wrenches, but I just prefer the fast attack speed of the Jag, so that's why I use that one. Onto the medic now. This one is a complete joke loadout. I never really play medic, so I just thought, what are three really weird cosmetics? So we've got the Burly Beast, absolutely iconic cosmetic there, one of like the most, not necessarily controversial, but one of the most well-known cosmetics from recent updates. Everyone knows the Burly Beast. The Colossal Cranium in Strange. I'm fairly certain I was donated this, but I just think it's such a weird-looking cosmetic that it was only right to equip it. And I was looking through all my hats, and I thought to myself, what would look really weird with a bald head and glasses? And I came to the conclusion that the party hat is only fitting. So we've just got a bald head, completely bald, with a nice little party hat on top. Absolutely lovely. So that's like my weird like mess around medic loadout. Again, I don't really play medic, so it doesn't really matter. I've got this Pro KS Ubersaw, this Strange Flower Power Medigun, and a Strange Specialized Killstreak Bloodsorger. These never really see the light of day, if I'm honest. I never really play medic. onto Sniper now. I'm actually starting to play a lot of Sniper. I really do enjoy it. I think it's really fun. I'm using this black painted Max's head, which was donated to me, and it combos perfectly with my Noble Amassment of hats. As you can see, it kind of like, the head sits between both the hats, which is really interesting. It like, you can just see the eyes and the nose very faintly in the middle, and the ears poke up each side. So I think it clips, but it looks pretty decent when it clips. So that's my like hat combo, the Noble and the Maxes, and a strange Villain's Veil. I put on the Villain's Veil just because I wanted to show it to demonstrate it in the last hat crafting episode, and I never really got around to taking it off. It looks pretty good with the black Maxes and the black veil. So in terms of weapons, I have this balloon accord sniper with Team Shine Factory New that was donated to me, this strange Spec KS Festive SMG, and a Spec KS a Tribalman Shiv. And onto my spy loadout. Again, I do play spy occasionally, just not overly often. I have this Pro KS Australian Ambassador that was donated to me, this Pro KS Spicicle that I bought, I believe. I'm like 99% sure I did go out of my way to buy a Pro KS Spicicle. I just don't know if it was that one exactly. This strange Invisiwash, which I bought, and this strange Festive Sapper, which I've had for quite a while now. And in terms of cosmetics, I've got the strange Puffy Provocateur, I actually have used this for so long. Again, it's like my flakjack and my cold snap coat, in which it's my like go-to spy cosmetic. My self-made black badge, just because it looks really good. Honestly, it like stands out so much from the fairly bland spy loadout, and the Noble Amassment of hats. And I'm still kind of unsure on what to wear as the hat for this loadout. I don't have a huge amount of unusuals that can be worn, but I was thinking maybe like the Bedouin bandana or something like that. I'm really undecided, but nonetheless, guys, that is my loadout. So let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like if you did enjoy this video, guys. I really do appreciate it, much more than you think, than you realize. Likes really do help me out a lot, so I do appreciate that. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and peace.